Well, hello there my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? KingVex here. And today I decided to do something interesting. Now, I'll be continuing my very first challenge that I've ever uploaded. So, for today, we'll have to answer the question. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Vengeance post-game on Impossible mode with only Archer Towers? Let's jump in and see if we can do it. However, before we begin, let's explain the rules of the challenge real quick. Rule number 1, we're beating the post-game, that's obvious. Rule number 2, we're playing on Impossible mode, as per usual, already set in as you can see here. Rule number 3, we can only use Archer-based towers. In this case, Shadow Archer, Goblin Ranks, Bomb Flingers, and Swamp Thing. However, I will not put the Swamp Thing out of his swamp, he will stay only as an Archer. And rule number 4, we have to beat every level with 3 stars, preferably NOL. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't restricted the dragons like I did last time, but believe me, for some of these levels we're gonna need some really heavy support. And you'll see why later on. So, with that out of the way, let's jump in and see if we can finish this challenge once and for all. Alright, and I'm not gonna start off right from the get-go with the dragons. We're gonna start off with Mortimus up in here. And you're probably wondering, well, why Mortimus from Heading Hero? Well, because the combo with Mortimus and Golden Ranks is very, very underrated. I'll definitely recommend you trying it out right now. It's really good. If you want a reason to make Mortimus or the Golden Ranks good, combine them together. They are really good combo. And yeah, it's pretty much working out for the first 2 levels, even though the frog levels are usually the hardest one, at least for the Archer challenge, because most enemies have high armor, and you know, the levels are packed with them, which is gonna make it a little bit problematic, but thankfully Mortimus can reduce the armor by 30%, which is just good enough to make them vulnerable to the Archers. As far as the gameplay goes, it's nothing too special. Sure, I lost 2 lives due to Mortimus' mobility early on, but who cares. Here, however, I don't know about this level, man. I was trying in the early game to do it with heroes that are not a without a dragon, basically, but it wasn't working out. Like, I'm pretty sure this level is doable, but because I have limited time to work on this challenge, I just bring in the homie Ice Cold, and would you look at that? It's pretty, I mean, I won't say it's easy, but it's definitely not as challenging as it should have been, so yeah. But whatever, the boss goes down and we're out of the frog levels. Moving on to the ice levels. Now here is the enemy that I was talking about. The Frozen Hearts, which release Frozen Souls, which are immune to any sort of physical damage, so only magic, or in this case Ice Coat's true area damage. And, I mean, will any other hero work? Maybe Merglin would have worked, but I don't know, this level has a lot of swarms, so yeah. Here's Merglin. We're gonna try her out, just see how she performs, and she's doing pretty well. Mostly, other than the Frozen Hearts, we don't have any issues. Yeah, we have Winter Lords and all, but they're pretty easy. They switch their resistance. I'm not sure how they do it though. Does anybody know? Are they switching their resistance based on where they are at the certain... Like, is it cooldown based or is it progression based? Like, once they get to a certain point of the map, they switch their resistance, or is it like every 15 seconds or so? Because I'm not really sure how they work. I should check out the wiki, but you know, I'm a little bit lazy. So yeah, here we go. Wave 15, and yeah, we're gonna fight pretty much the easiest boss in any game. Like, she's so disappointing. I mean, take for example the Mushroom boss from the original Kingdom Rush. He was hard. Even though he had really little HP, he was still a really challenging boss to deal with. I mean, yeah, you can overwhelm him with Teslas, but still, it is pretty hard. That was a short fail. Sorry, I just failed to the ghosts. The ghosts were a little bit too many and I messed up the timing, so I died once. Well, I didn't die, but I wasn't able to get 3 stars, so I restarted. And Merglin is doing alright, but the ghosts are gonna be really problematic later on because, you know, we have to deal with a lot of them. And the only way to damage them with Merglin is her blood, you know, the magma blood. And it's pretty hard because you have to move her around constantly, and that can get pretty hard when, you know, you need her to also damage other enemies as well, so yeah. we're gonna be switching to Ice Scout after this level, but it wasn't all that bad. I was expecting this level to be really bad because of the werewolves, but the werewolves were just not a problem at all. They were just destroyed. Wow. Alright then, moving on. Here we go with another enemy that is gonna be problematic. Corrosive Souls. Oh my god, the Corrosive Souls. Fast moving, they have medium armor, and they do true damage. And I think on Impossible Mode they have near 1000 health. I think they have like 900, around 900 health. I don't remember the exact value, but it's somewhere in there. And yeah, we also have Licks, which, you know, usually they are a really problematic enemy because they do a lot of damage and they keep on spawning skeletons, but when you have only physical damage, they're really easy. I mean, sure, they can still overwhelm you if you're not careful, but for the most part, you should be fine against them. And we're already at the last level. Wow, we rushed through the game really easily. Well, it actually wasn't. I'm just not showing you the fails, because there have been quite a bit of fails here and there, but I just didn't feel like they were worthy to include, because most of them I rather died in the early game, or I died like at some insignificant point, so I didn't feel like it was worth showing. Anyway, here we have 14 Corrosive Souls, destroyed, easily. I feel like Merglin would have worked as well, but again, since we're trying to do it with 3 stars, I don't really feel like the ghost will be too hard. You know, we're talking about the big ghost. Well, if you don't know how they work, basically one of them is immune to physical damage, the other is immune to magical damage, so the ones that Ice Scout is covering over was the one that had, you know, physical damage, immunity to physical damage. Oh, we died. Well, that was unexpected. Yeah, I underestimated the ghosts, because I haven't been playing this level for a really long time, so I thought that they were gonna be easy, you know, each one of them has like 4,000 health. It should have been easy, but apparently it wasn't. It was close though, so let's replicate this again. This time, we're gonna be a little bit more careful, and yeah, we should be able to take them down. Come on. Oh, there's a ghost. There's a ghost! Oh, come on, right at the very end. F you, man. Just F you, but still, we beat the level nonetheless. GG. Oh yeah. So, in the end, the question must be answered. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Vengeance post-game on Impossible Mode with only Archer Towers? Yes. Yes, you can do it. Can you do it without the dragons? I don't think so. Especially against the ghosts. I'm not sure if this is even doable. Maybe with Olok, but I don't know. Plus, I don't have the time to do it, so if you want to try it out for yourself, go ahead. This actually makes Kingdom Rush Vengeance kind of challenging, so if you're looking for a challenge in Vengeance, try this out. And with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.